Hi, this is Ron Martinson of ronmartinblog.com, and I'm here today to give you a quick behind-the-scenes view of KelbyOne. So the way it's structured is that when you can log in, you have My Courses, and this shows you some sort of highlights about whatever's fresh and stuff, some sort of news, and then you have your current courses that you've been taking, and you see how far you are through them. Now, this one here I've actually finished, but it says I'm 73% complete. However, I have cut a few of them short. I kind of got to the point and kind of moved on. So, if you're one of those people that likes to see 100%, then you can't stop anywhere along the way. You have to watch the entire thing in order to see that thing say 100%. And I could click View All to see other courses that I've taken as well. Then it's very nice. It shows you what the newest courses are that are available, which is kind of cool. Here's how to remove distractions, one that I haven't seen yet, so kind of cool to get those up front. And then trending courses. These are ones that are more popular. A lot of people are watching it and stuff. So it's kind of what's hot. So if you want to get through the whole list of that, again, you can click View All. And then some people, it's kind of overwhelming. Like, where do I even start? There's so many classes on here, and all of them are really very good. So they created this thing called tracks, and I really love this because it really helps you to kind of focus on what you're interested in at this point in time. Now, this is a week of Thanksgiving, so my internet connection has been very slow. Don't blame that on the site. That's mostly me here today, so my apologies for the delay. So these learning tracks, they're broken down to different categories, and what I like about it is it tells you how many courses there are, how many lessons within each of those courses, and then how much time it takes, and then you can start the track and just kind of follow along. It's a really nice way to organize it, and there's so many great topics here. I'm a busy guy, and it's really hard for me to watch as many classes as I want. But I go through these, I'm just like, oh yeah, I want to do this, I want to do that. Tim Wallace is phenomenal, and so this is my favorite ones in all of KelbyOne are the automotive. There's so many good. Scott Kelby's portrait retouching is incredible and stuff. There's just so many good ones. And so when you kind of go through, you're like, yeah, of course I want composition. Yes, of course I want automotive photography. Yeah, well, I want portrait. Oh, advanced flash. Yeah, advanced these things. You're like, where do I even begin? So it is a little bit overwhelming. But that's the cool thing is that you're not going to run out of content very quickly. There's enough to keep you busy on really everything, including even drones. Um, and then down here, you go from all of the photography related stuff, specifically jumping into Photoshop concepts and Lightroom concepts. And there's even a little bit, not a whole lot, for your video, people on the video tracks. And so lots of really good stuff. I am pretty excited about the offerings they have, and so that's why I'm always saying, hey, for the small price you pay for KelbyOne, you're getting a lot of education from some of the best names in the business, for really cheap price. So to that end, you'll see this in your link for my blog. But I mean, we're not talking about third-rate nobodies. That these are legends of the industry. Um, the biggest names. If you've heard of some big names of photography, odds are they're here on KelbyOne. Canons of explorers of light, famous fashion photographers, Nikon pros, and they just kind of keep popping in and popping in and popping in. There's just so many to choose from. Yeah, and it's like, you get to the point where it's like, wow, who's not here? Dan Steinhardt, if you're familiar with my printing series, Dano is the man in the world of printing. He works for Epson, and it's just an incredible guy. Even he's got classes on here. Dave Cross, if you're a longtime Kelby person, he's there. These, there's just, Eddie Tapp, Photoshop Hall of Fame. So many good people, and so, you're definitely going to be able to, get classes from, most likely some of your favorite, most respected photographers. John Paul Caponegro, legend in the business and stuff. Um, Josh, he was, a big guy at Nick Software, and so if you're still using Nick Software products and stuff that are now owned by Google, um, he's one of the guys from there. So I mean, there's really, you look through and there's not really any nobodies that in the list here. There's a lot of just amazing photographers. So in addition to that, they have members-only webcasts. If I click on that, it'll show me some of the upcoming webcasts that are exclusive to KelbyOne members. Magazines, they have some PDF-based magazines, for Photoshop user, which is the magazine that really helped me with a lot of things in my early days with Photoshop and stuff. And so it's a highly respected magazine. And then Lightroom magazine. And then they got some discounts and stuff. Of course, I prefer you use my discounts. That helps my blog. And then bookstore. Let's go over here and take a quick peek. And this is just a lot of cool books that Scott has written and others. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you would experience a class or resume an existing class. So I'm going to do this painting with light. And I'm running on Chrome on Windows. Now Chrome, I think even on the Mac will do this as well. They don't allow the Adobe Flash Player to run. So this is just a heads up if this is something you've never seen before. You have to wait for that little spinning thing to go away, and then you say run this plugin.
Well, here we have another display.
Okay.
It's considerably large.
And so the video will start right away after that. So everything will work fine, just it's kind of concerning when you have that happen the first time. Now, when you look at the course, you'll have some information about each of the lessons. If there's any downloads for the class, they'll appear here. And there's this really cool thing called the transcript. So watch this. When I play the video, you'll see that the text gets highlighted as he speaks.
Than our fishing theme that we had earlier. Still on a tabletop,
So it's pretty cool that, if you're having a hard time understanding, so when your video is playing, it'll show you what the next class is. You can come in here and automatically jump to any of the lessons within that section. The first lesson, the introductions, are usually free, which you can try out through the link on my blog. You can go back 10 seconds or pause or do any things you're kind of used to, going full screen. They're HD classes. This web video may not look very good, and it usually takes a few seconds after the video starts before you start seeing the high quality video. And some videos are higher quality than others, just as a general rule. There's an Ask the Expert section where you can ask questions and a little bit of information about the photographer. They also have courses related to this that are kind of under the similar topic. Basically light control, I think, is the one they do here. And let's go back to tracks. So let's suppose I wanted to go pick out a track. And let's say the one that I wanted to do was the composition one. That's one everybody can benefit from. What you'll see is they'll have the name of the instructors. And so it's not just always one instructor. And you can watch these courses. You'll see how long each one of them is. So this is a way to learn from the best instructors, and there's support built in for resuming where you left off, which is helpful because most of us don't have the luxury of being able to finish class all in one go. So this has been Ron Martinson at ronmartblog.com, and I look forward to you visiting my blog and getting a discount on KelbyOne.com. Thanks.